I think going back to this whole thing,
Yeah.
Vampire in Brooklyn, you say it was undercooked, a little unseasoned. I
But a
thought,
black movie.
but definitely a blackbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because you get no blacker than Charlie Murphy.
Yep.
Charlie Murphy is nigga.
Yeah.
Literally the nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And him writing it along with Vernon, I think the other brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a black film.
Yeah.
Wes Craven directed it, but it
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter. I think the cast, it's Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
It's Angela Bassett.
All I had to say was that, like, wasn't my favorite.
I think you should have left it at BlackBusters. I mean, a Vampire in Brooklyn was a little underwhelming for me.
Yeah.
But when you tried to take his black card, that's when the niggas got mad at you.
Yeah, and
they lost their mind. You tried to take Vampire in Brooklyn as a black card.
And that's the other. I think that's a great point to end this kind of like special pod on.
Right.
Which is, I want to ask the questions. Right. I just want to ask the question
just to see. I noticed that about you.
Yeah, I just want to ask the question. What I'm saying, like, do you think, and sometimes it's obvious that like the question shouldn't be asked, or but I do think it's worthwhile to ask the question, right? Like, is a Vampire in Brooklyn a black movie? Well, the answer was overwhelmingly yes. Got it. But doesn't mean the question shouldn't have been asked.
Right.
Right? Like, some of those questions are worth asking. That's what we're here for.
Right.
We are here to give flowers for sure. We're gonna come across some movies that we both think kind of stink. And that's gonna be difficult because the reason why we're reviewing them is because we love them. But upon rewatch and review, we're re-exploring. I
rewatched some movies and I'm like,
didn't age well.
Right.
Didn't age well.
And most of them do for me. I'm not, because if I feel the same way I felt when I was back then, then it still aged well. But
yeah,
Vampire in Brooklyn, when it first came out, I was like, oh, I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Saw it in the theater, had to be a part of it. Thought it was great. Loved it. Loved everything. They had Jason's lyrics. They had Jason from Jason Lyrics. They had Q from Juice.
Yep.
I mean, they had everybody. I mean, they had Angela Bassett, and then most of all, they had Dwayne Wayne. They had, you know what I'm saying? They had everybody. They had, so.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we have set the table for what folks should expect.
Right.
Coming down the pipeline. I hope that you guys get a sense of what we will be covering.
Right.
I look forward to watching all of these movies.
I do too.
And talking about them, all of these
and
movies.
blackbusting them up. You know what I mean?
BlackBusters.